data loader already installed in our system. So this is the data loader bin file where we are having encrypt and process two types of batch files. So we have created one more folder which is called account data export, which we need to export data from the Salesforce. So here we have three files. The first one is key, and second one is the process config file, and third one is the export one. So we will discuss each and every folder. So first of all, if we want to export data from the Salesforce, so what we need to do, we need to use some command lines which will create some encryption key, and that key we can use in the process config file where we can maintain the all the configuration related to the username, password, and what file we need to store, and what query we require, like we need to fetch the account, contact, and other custom objects. So here I will give you one demo related to the account, how we can export data, account data from the Salesforce. So let's begin with that. So first of all, we need to open this command prompt, and we need to use this path. Okay, so what we will do, I will give cd and this, and what we need to do, we need to create a key. Whatever key we will generate, that key we will be using here. So we have a command to encrypt the key. Let's suppose this is the command line where we can use these scripts like encrypt, and this is the we are using to generate a key file. So we can give any name, like I am just providing test account. So it will generate a key. So this key we will use in this key file where we need to store. Okay, so I am just pasting here. So second thing, we need to generate an encryption key for the password. So we have other scripts like encrypt, we need to pass here the path of that key. Okay, so that it was created in the command line. Yeah, if you see, it was created. Okay, so key file was created for this key.txt file. So now what we can do here, we need to generate a this is the password which we need to pass, whatever our org password we have created, that one we need to pass here. So, and after that you need to pass the path of that key. Okay, so we can do this and this. Here I am just providing my org password. So this one is created one more key file which we will use as it is an encryption key which we need to use in place of the password in our config file. So let's open this config file where we need to store all those information related to the username, password, and what object we need to fetch and what file we need to create. So all those things we are maintaining on this config file. So if you see, there are some thing we already created, so we will just need to update according to our requirement. So let's suppose I am just passing here some ID. Let's suppose extract account we are currently working. So export account to CSV is fine. Whatever ID we have passed here, same we need to here use. So I'm just copy and pasting here. Here if you see, we have multiple entries where we need to define like endpoint URLs. So if you see, if you are exporting your data from the sandboxes, so you just need to pass here test.salesforce.com in place of the login.salesforce.com. So currently I'm just authenticating my dev.org, so it is a dev.org, so I'm just passing here login.salesforce.com. This is the server host, which is www.salesforce.com, and the key is this username. I'm just passing my username here directly. Yeah, here you can see we have a password section where we need to password key. Whatever we have generated here, same key we just need to pass. Like this is the key, so this key we just need to pass here. Yeah, and if you see, we have an encryption key file. Like earlier we have created one key which we pasted in the key.txt file, so we just need to pass the path of that file. So let's suppose we have created this key file under this folder account data exports. So we just need to replace this path. Yeah, and this is the timeout section. So I have given 600. If you want to use some bulk API, then you can mark as true, otherwise leave it as false. And we have a load batch size, like we have a limit 2000 we can export as a batch bulk. So by default I am just providing here 200 only, because we are not doing any using any bulk API. Okay, so this is all. If you see here, we just providing the entity, like whatever object we want to fetch. So we have given here, like we need to fetch the account details, so we are passing here account, and this is the extraction SOQL. Here also we can use some where condition also, like if you want to do something like where name not equal to null and limit will be 20. Okay, and we are just passing here, so it will fetch 20 record with where name not equal to null. So this is the SQL. According to your requirement, you can update this SQL. So moving to next, like this is the path where we need to store the CSV file. Whatever we are exporting data, we just need to store somewhere. So here we have passed account.csv. Okay, so we just need to pass some path, like this is the account data export path. So just replace with this path where you want to store this account.csv file, and this is the CSV format which we need to export. So this is all about our configuration file. We are just saving this file. Okay, and there are two things where we can do to run this configuration file. Let me show you. First I will do from the command line, then we can automate this process so that it will be automatically run that batch file, and automatically it will export on the daily basis. So I'm just showing you through the command line first, then we will move to the other way. So we have a process.bat, then you just need to pass the path file, and if you are aware, we have initially provided some ID, extract account. So this account ID we can use here so that it will run that batch. So yeah, that's it. Yeah, it successfully run and it fetched 20 successfully extractions. Let's see, it will automatically create some other files also. If you remember, we are having only three files, like we have only these three files: process, run export, and key. If you see, there are four more file was created after running that command line. So it automatically created this account file. If you open this file, you can see all the 20 records. Yeah, if you see, we it export 20 data, 20 account details. So this is the we have done from the command line. Same we can automate this process by using this RunExport.bat file. If you see, this is the extension of this Windows batch file. Let me open this batch file. We can use VS Code to open this batch file, or you can use other application as well to open this batch files. This is the account data export. So if you see, whatever we have run from the command line, same command we can put here, and we can automate this run export batch file from other schedule a task. So let's update this according to that. We just need to pass the path, like self data loader path up to the bin. We just need to pass here. Then we need to pass this process.bat and then data loader export. So we are using account data exports, okay, where we have stored our configuration files, which we need to um, execute. So we just replacing this with this. And also, if you remember, we have given this ID as a extract account, okay, so we can pass extract account in place of that. Yeah, that's it. Let me show you. Let's suppose we have initially these files, okay. I'm just deleting these all files, and let's see. If you see, I'm just deleting this Excel config. Yeah, these three files was there, okay. Let's suppose without using command line, if we execute this run export, it's automatically run all those things, and it will create a account file, a CSV file. So it is very useful way to export the data in our local system without using any Apex classes and batch classes. If we are using some Apex and batch classes, there will be some limitations which will come, like if lots of data we just need to export in a one CSV. Let's suppose we have a 500 fields, we need to export all the 500 fields, and let's suppose we need to export some 50,000 data. So the file size should be the large file, which is very it which exceeds the Salesforce limit. So it's not an easy task to export the data from Apex and batch classes. So this is the uh, very useful way to export the data in our local. Yeah, so if you see, it's created these other files with this account file. If you open this file, it will give you 20 account details. There will be one more thing I just wanted to highlight here. Sometimes we are getting some uh, Java exception due to the our IP address is not whitelisted with our org. So you just need to whitelist your IP address before running all those things. So we have an option in our Salesforce, like on the setup we need to search this network access. So here if you see, I have a IP address. Let's suppose my IP address I am searching. If we see, this is 1 minute. Let's show you first my IP address. If you see 45.119.31.10, so this is my current IP address. So I have just created one IP address with this range so that I can access outside the Salesforce. So we always need to ensure, like whenever we are getting some issue, then we need to whitelist our IP address. So let's move to the third one. Like, yeah, we are talking about if we want to schedule this thing like on daily basis, we just need to export this data in daily basis. So how we can achieve this? So we have an option in our Salesforce, in our system, like we just need to schedule a task from the control panel. This one is the option schedule task. By using this, we can schedule daily basis, weekly, monthly, what action we need to perform. Those things we can maintain here. Yeah, so we have an option this task scheduler library. We click on this. So we have an option create a task. Okay, so we can click on this task scheduler. This is what I have opened two windows. Let me open here. Okay, so if you see, we have all this. We can create one new task. So we have an option here, like we just need to run this only when user is logged on, or offline also we need to run this. So I'm just using the default one whenever user is logged on. So we just need to give some name here. So I'm just passing here account export scheduler. moving to triggers. So what will be the trigger point of this task? Like it's a daily basis, it's a weekly, it's a monthly. So those things we can maintain by this trigger option.